I do all that hustling, bustling. I'm gonna get there when I get there. How about that? But the motorcycle came from around me. I seen that he was anxious to do so. He all the way up there ahead of this car that just came around me. And as soon as he came around me, the deer trampled on in front of him. And that would have been a bad situation had it been. Listen, and I didn't want to be a witness to it. Anyways, so I'm doing the speed limit, I hope, and letting everybody that need to go around me go around. Because one thing I'm not going to do is rush this one. So he's so much in a hurry going around the motorcycle, the same that went around me. Yeah, it's every day. That's why I said one thing I'm not going to do anymore is the whole hustle and bustle of trying to get on somebody else's job. And if I get there on time, I get there on time. And if I don't, hey, I tried. It's an hour drive back and forth, and sometimes it and I did say that I wasn't gonna complain. I'm not trying to complain. Okay, let me slow down because I'm not doing the speed limit. Mine. Before I go, I just wanted to say, how's everybody doing? This month is the month of men's mental health, right? Men's mental health. But I believe young boys can fall into that same category because they're becoming men. So it's important to know that their mental health matters as well as they're becoming these men that we need them to be. Men that need to be available to stand up for their families, to take care of their families, to take care of themselves, and to be good citizens in this world and not becoming product of their environment or end up in prison systems to where they can't take care and provide for their families. So I believe that acknowledging this month of mental health awareness is very important, and our men need that support from us. If you have a father figure, if we don't celebrate them just on Father's Day, appreciate them every day, help them every day. They could be struggling in silence and we're not even aware of what they're going through. So I just wanted to get on here, not just to to mention that, but just to tell everybody to check your own mental health. June is the month of mental health awareness for men, and I just want to acknowledge all the men that I encounter every day. You're not alone. You have help. You have support. If I could do more, like I'm going to hey, how you doing, Miss Jessica? I'm going to I'm planning a trip right now to go spend some time with a brother that not a brother by blood, but someone that I met when I lived in the Central Florida area. And I always tell people not to toot my own horn, but I was happy to say that I was able to help him get his license, help him to get on his feet a little bit, and help him to, go on a better path, if you could say, if we could put it that way. I didn't, want to see him get in the trouble that he got into, but we just recently reconnected, and just to find out that sure enough it was some stuff that happened and landed him in a place where he lost some things, including the license he had just recently gotten. And it just broke my heart a little bit for him, because I'm just like, if only he had that backup, if he had that one person, if he had someone positive, someone around him. Not saying that there wasn't people that crossed his path that weren't positive, but if we have just one person in our life that's encouraging us and showing us the way and ropes and saying, hey, you can do this, like, you got this. I need you to, not do this or not do that, and I need you to cut this person off, or, consider, not being around this person. Because a lot of times Like when I was younger, my mom, she told me I didn't have the best upbringing, but I do stuff that they warned me about stuck with me even as an adult. And I was like, man, had I listened to her and not hung around this one person, I wouldn't have done that stupid thing that I did. And I'm talking about my middle school days and around those times where I was just being a follower, and I inherited that lifestyle. For a while, I was just following the wrong crowd, and I told myself, I said, I have to, really just let my people know, my kids and people that I have a chance to talk to, like, you'll thank yourself later on because you won't spend most of about before you look up, you're about 30 years old, sometimes still fixing that mess, depending on what it is. And then for 18 plus years, basically forever, it's forever, unless they go back to heaven. That situation is permanent. So make right choices. Make choices, the best choices on who you decide to date, who you decide to lay down with, who you decide to hang out with, who you decide to, have an encounter with, whatever the situation is, soul ties, everything, all that stuff. A lot of people be hard on men about, you know what? I guess it depends on who the crowd is. What I say, a lot of people not taking care of their responsibilities when they have these one night stands and bring other humans into this world. Those humans have to suffer, and then it becomes a chain react. It becomes a generational cycle of broken families. So I do want to encourage all my brothers. Like, I have a brother right now and he was in the military, and it's hard to talk about his situation a lot because I don't see him anymore. But when I did see him, it was not great. But I know my Father in heaven, Yahshua, El Shaddai, Emmanuel, I know he is someone that can turn anyone's situation around. He's a Father that can turn anyone's situation around. He's a Lord of Lords, Kings of Kings. And I say that with gladness because I know, whatever plans the Lord had for my brother's life, he wanted me to take my hands off of it. I brought my brother a vehicle to get him, back on track. He was in the military, and he went off to one of those countries, came back. He went into the military right after high school, so he was still 18. And he was in there for a while. He did his 4 years, and he stayed up in Virginia Beach for a while. And when he stayed up there, a lot of stuff started happening to him with the young lady the woman, she was actually about, if I'm not mistaken, 5 or 6 years older than him, and they had a child together, my beautiful niece. And she's 19 now, or I might have lost track because, like I said, she's traveling the world with her mom. Her mom stayed in the military. But my brother, he went in, and he had already been my mom's ex-husband's punching bag. So that by itself was an treated trauma. And I'm speaking on all this because it ties into June, the month of where awareness of, excuse me, I'm trying to stop the seatbelt. Bringing awareness to mental health for men. And I'm going to tie it in with the young men, with the young boys, because like I said, my brother's situation started when he was at home, when he was supposed to be protected, when he was supposed to be loved, when he was supposed to be cared for, when he was supposed to be brought up in a way that prepare him for the world, because the world by itself is cruel. The world by itself can be, a lot. And he went into the world obviously feeling unloved, unwanted, uncared for. So it's important to like I just had a whole heartfelt conversation with my younger son, because I was so tired last night, and he got on, he kept asking me the same question about something, to the point where I was just like, listen, I didn't answer that to you, and I was already tired. Like I said, I was burnt out from the day of work, and driving an hour back and forth in the heat and all that, my AC out, just a number of things, and just women problems. And I'm just like, you know what? Look, if you're not going to, leave me alone about this thing. But I had to have a conversation with him before I left, because I wasn't going to leave it on that note. That's my child. If I'm talking about mental health for men and young men, I need to, start at home. So we had a long conversation to the point where I'm trying to rush off to get where I'm going now, because it almost made me late. But I said that's more important. I need to make sure that the men that I'm raising, the men that the Lord put in my life to steward over, are where they need to be, and not going out in this world doing all kind of foolery because they didn't get the proper they didn't get the support that they needed in the household. So I'm not gonna make this long. I just want to just say that and just have everybody know that the Lord is near. For one, we have to check ourselves daily. And what the scriptures say about checking ourselves daily, what do we have to do daily? Lord, search our hearts. We got to pray daily. We got to seek his face, search our hearts, ask him to search your heart. Like, what is it that I can be working on? Sometimes everybody can't afford to go to a therapist. That's why I tell people all the time, the beaches where I go, it's free. I mean, if you have gas money and a little bit of change to eat or whatever, pack you a picnic basket or something and just sit out there and just let the Lord talk to you, or just sit in silence. Be able to clear your mind from thinking about bills or problems or people that cause your problems. But back to my brother, like, he did the whole abuse. He went through the abuse at home, went from home to the military, went to military to prison, and then from prison to the streets. And sometimes it's not, you can do whatever you want. Like I said, I opened up my home to him. He was unrecognizable. And then I had young children that I was trying to raise, so I couldn't leave him with me. I had to vaporize him once, and he really went in on me and was just like, I hate you, and that hurt my soul to the point where it really, now that I'm looking back on it, I believe the Lord wanted me to, please hit the like button, y'all. I'm talking about with mental health awareness for men, young men. This month is June, mental health awareness. Just love on your people, man, and just that's the crime rate is just an all-time high. Like, I was just recently watching a video of about a man that was saying that he didn't get that love from his mother, and he just turned into a straight gangbanger, and it does make a difference. Like, people try to downplay and be like, oh, you just a punk, you just this, you just that, you just whining about it. Makes it all ties in psychologically. Like, we have to be careful what we say to people. Our tongue is a weapon. If that's all that person, that young man, that young boy inside him yearned for his mom's support, yearned for his mother's love, he needed that, and he lacked it, and they carried on to his unhealthy relationships. So excuse me from bouncing from subject to subject, but like I said, when my brother keeps coming into my mind. I have multiple brothers. I got 9 brothers, but the one that I felt like really stamped my heart was the one that I'm talking about, that went off to the military. And he said, well, and most of them are from my dad. I didn't grow up with them. And 2 of them are brothers that I claim from my siblings they're not blood, but they're from my siblings' brothers. But I claim them because that's just what we do. And one of them did pass away, had a car accident, and that's a whole nother story, because there was a lot going on there too. And I feel like that was like a self-destruction type of situation. But like I said, I didn't know them. They were in a whole different state in Missouri. And that was my sister, my biological sister from my dad's side. It was her brother. But like I said, I claim them. And I did want to say that a lot of people don't really take in consideration that the mental health, untreated mental health has a lot to play into, like when people self-medicate, self-destruct, and do certain things and don't realize that they're going over the deep end before it's too late. I was there. That's why I thank God for his grace and mercy. I'm driving one day and I'm literally asking God, I'm just like, Lord, where would I be? Before I even had the full thought out of my mind, this was years ago. Without, and as soon as I probably was just barely able to get the without thought out, where would I be without? And then I just saw myself in a very, very, very dark, isolated place, and it was horrible. Like he allowed me to have a glimpse of hell and what his lack of presence was like. And I just like, Lord, I don't want to ever feel like that. So I definitely pulled over because I couldn't contain myself after that. And I was just like, oh, hallelujah. And I just, that was so long ago, and I was fairly new in my walk with the Lord. So all I knew was to pull over and praise him. And I couldn't, and I had to pull myself together and then get back on the road. I don't know where I was going, but I just had that thought, and that before I can complete that thought in my mind, felt the presence of the Lord. So we have to be careful not to take for granted his grace and mercy. It doesn't matter sometimes what we facing. If we're not giving it to him, we make it worse, right? I'm gonna just set my phone down for 1 second because I need to put my shoes on. I don't drive with my shoes. And I need to jump out real quick. Jump out. I have 15 minutes to be on time, and I don't like that for me. But I just wanted to just say, love on your brothers, love on your fathers, love on your everybody. Everybody needs it, And until we treat each other better, we just gonna be in a mess. We're just gonna be in a mess. So I just want to encourage everybody to have a blessed day. Happy Thursday, and just know that you're loved. Love you with the love of Christ. If you don't know him, get to know him, because he is on his way. And I'm not going to sugarcoat nothing else about that. I'm going to go in here and get me some tea so I can fix my Kermit the Frog voice. I've been getting, I'm not going to claim it, but I'm working around kids again now. And this summer heat is not helping either, right? So I got the cold classroom, and then I got the hot car with no AC working right now, and that's part of the reason why I'm going back to work. I just got my starter fixed. So I know what men go through sometimes when they have to go through having to just connect to me, having to deal with life, and then on top of having to deal with life, having to deal with all kinds of crap that comes along with it. Oh, let me fix my clothes. But I'm gonna get off of here because I know I got stuff to do, and I don't want to be behind schedule. Oh shoot, I got sand all over me. I ain't got time to be trying to be cute though. I gotta go. So that's gonna put me to work. It's busy in here. You just squeeze right through you. Because I gotta go to work. And they don't have no one. Easy. Ooh. Can you add me to the list?
Yeah, absolutely.
I wish.
Yeah.
Oh. I still got good timing. I want some salad, but I'm not trying to make it, and I don't feel like being late. One more day till Friday. One more day till Friday. I can't believe I put myself out in this situation. But I'm gonna have to sit down with my job and let them know this is about to end. All right, let me get out the way. I like your curls. Thank you. Oh my God, what's going on over there? Have to do one of these. I want some fruit, but I got so much fruit at the house. I don't need to keep buying fruit that I'm not even able to pack up and take with me. Oh, I'll get some yogurt. Help me. So watch me do exactly what I said I don't need to do. Let me take these grapes. Yeah, take these grapes. Girl, you look like me. Like carry everything.
Yeah, I have to get lunch and breakfast.
Oh
And
shoot.
typically dinner because I work the closing shift today.
Oh girl, you doing the same thing I'm doing, trying to get lunch from work? Good luck. Are you closing? Oh, look at this line. Oh, I'm gonna come around. Y'all go ahead. No, thank you. Yeah, actually go ahead, cause I'm gonna get to it. Go ahead. Yeah. Okay. I need to put my tennis shoes on. I seen her the other day. The gas cheaper over here than in the country. I think we I wanted to sell it, but I don't have time to wait for the salad.
Hello. Scary as fuck. That's good.
Oh. Oh, sure.
How you doing today?
How are you? That's hot water. I can show you.
Thank you.
Oh.
Like it's rose, if I ever get to choose, you can always give me right back. I died to myself and got my life back. Shoot through the roof.
Ah, stop this.
This is what I'm gonna do. You know, that's all I can do. I can't